Three, two, one.
Why are you wearing a hat? Comment down below if you like Kenny's hat. And welcome back to the channel!
Welcome.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and comment down below if you like Kenny's hat today. I don't know who wears hats inside, but
Please, I wear hats inside.
and comment down below if you wear hats inside.
Yeah, please do. Back me up here. I cannot be the only one who.
Or
does
if you wear
hats.
shoes on beds. Specifically flats.
No,
Mary Jane flats.
that's
Because
the
I
problem.
think it's iconic. I think it's actually quite demure, if you ask me.
Is it?
But comment down below if you think it's demure.
I have to say, but it's not very mindful to my bed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we have a guest today in our live studio audience who's watching us and making us uncomfortable, and they're not getting paid yet, but they're
Yeah.
like our new interns, so we're hoping eventually like they work hard
Yeah.
enough and like make their way up the ladder to
Right.
work for this project.
Yeah, hopefully she'll become the production assistant one day.
Yeah, but unfortunately, how it's looking right now is not good. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like
I think
lazy? Lazy?
It's lazy.
It's like people don't want to work anymore. I
And she's
think.
like not like a nice look to look at.
Anyways.
Hey! How y'all doing?
We have nothing to talk about, we will admit.
Yeah, it's like it's been a slow week, I feel like.
Presidential election happened. Yeah,
Oh,
slow
true.
week except the most what is it like game changing, not game changing, it's not the best word.
No, it's like
But like
history
monumental historical event has happened.
We don't want to say that about Trump being a
No, but
monumental
any
moment.
presidential election I feel like is history being made.
I guess so. I mean, especially for Americans, like I feel like us as Canadians, it's just entertainment for us.
Yeah.
Which has been the case for the past few years. Obama to Trump, Trump to Biden, and then now apparently back to Trump. Oh god.
I just wish like he was hotter. Because if he was more hot, like maybe I'd be like
Do you really want to say that?
I feel like that's how it is with Trudeau though. It's like not our best prime minister, but
No,
he's
but
hot.
when he got into office when he was younger, he was like probably one of the best looking prime ministers that we've had.
Girl, still. I'll see him like walk up to the podium and be like, I can't look at this.
Um,
And then he'll say the most like controversial things that everyone hates. Everyone
Lol.
hates him.
yeah.
If you don't know, Canadians hate Trudeau
hmm
with a passion, and it's
Even his
very
own
passionate.
party, they're trying to like
They're
get
trying
him
to
to
get rid of
resign.
him.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, they're not.
yeah.
He's lying.
No,
Um,
but young Trudeau.
Trudeau now, I'm telling you, still, it's Daddy Trudeau now.
It is, but young Trudeau was just like, oh. No, like I'm talking
Anyway.
about when he was in McGill or wherever the fuck he went. But yeah, I can't believe
Presidential
Trump actually
election.
won. Yeah,
I have nothing to speak on that.
yeah.
But-
But I think an important thing to say, even if you don't follow the elections, it's important to vote. If you have the capacity to,
Oh, yeah, I saw
please
that.
vote. I mean,
It's too late, bro. They
I
already
know, that's
voted.
what I'm saying though.
Next
even
time,
though the
guys,
voting
next
period
time, in
is
another 4
over.
years, you better be voting
Yeah,
again.
and
And
even
we-
then, there's the state elections, provincial for us, municipal. Just vote.
Oh, yeah, like vote locally as well.
Yeah,
as-
like always make your voice heard. I mean, some of your voices.
Some
don't
of
need
your
to be
voices should not be heard. Some of y'all need to hide your voices and stop talking.
Yeah, but still, for other people, I'm not gonna specify. Just vote. Just vote. But it's really scary that Trump is winning, or not winning. He has won technically. It's really scary because
Why?
have you heard of Project 2025?
No.
It's like this.
You're stupid.
Yeah, you're so fucking uninformed.
Uneducated.
Like, go to school, will you?
Yeah.
But no, basically, Project 2025 is like this whole like thing. It's like it's basically an agenda that's published by like Trump supporters, and it just goes into like how they want when Trump goes into office, they want him to like ban abortion, like, period.
Mm.
Like, no access to it whatsoever. They also want to do, like, mass deportation of, like, all the migrants and stuff.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, and apparently they also want to make it so that law enforcement can use, like, excessive force on protesters, which I believe, like, violates
But
the First Amendment right.
Trump
I
has
think.
been wanting to close the borders for like since,
True, I mean the wall.
and he built the wall.
Yeah,
So
that really ugly wall.
I don't know what more he wants to do. Just like start sending them out. One
I
by
think,
one.
yeah. No, literally.
Yeah.
And then there's one more. Oh yeah, rolling back on trans rights, which is not progressive at all. But yeah, Trump allegedly has no connection to it. Even if he doesn't have a connection to it, I feel like he supports it, right? Like, as a public figure, you would have to say, like, I am not a part of this. But in his head,
What do you
he's
mean he supports like anti-trans
yeah.
rights?
Yeah, I totally. Didn't he already do that? Didn't he say something about the US military, like, no trans people?
I don't know.
I think he did. Like, again, I'm Canadian,
Hashtag
I don't
fake
know
news.
anything.
Fake news.
Real, though. But this is just not a good turn for America. And
America.
yeah, and I'm glad that when I went to New York last year, it was under Biden. And now I feel scared to go.
Is there like a? Do you notice a difference though between Trump America and Biden America?
No, not at all.
See, that's why I'm like not into politics enough,
Yeah.
because I don't really realize like nothing affects me personally.
Right.
But as opposed to like I understand voting like locally
Hmm.
because that can like actually affect
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
your town, your community, what people are being taught, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I don't.
Yeah. But I feel like
I'm
the
not paying
places
attention.
that we would go to are more like Democrat, Democrat,
Democratic.
Democrat centric areas. Like New York, that's like a Democrat state.
Okay.
Washington, Democrat, like, you know. I feel like anywhere that we would go,
Any like good place to go is Democrat.
yeah. I remember seeing this. I'm not gonna get into
Any
it,
place
but
worth going to
it's Democrat. I mean, one of our friends did go to Texas, so
So LA
it's like-
is LA Democrat?
yes, it is.
we
California
go.
as a whole.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, have you voted before?
No.
You haven't?
The lines are always too long.
And that's the problem. Even if the lines are long, you should vote. I mean, or go to another voting center. That's what a lot of people did in the US elections. I was watching the news about it. But
I was just never in a family that had like political opinions or views, because we view ourselves as like small minorities. We have a minority complex. So we've developed this like victim mentality of like we can't do anything about our struggle.
do you feel like you're the model minority?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes. No.
You're not.
For every essay that I put for like school, yes. For anything that will like
Anything for
improve
scholarships.
my quality of life, yes. Anything that'll get me a job, yes,
Oh,
yes.
real.
Consider me BIPOC.
Lol. But you are.
I am, but I
Yeah.
don't like to say that I am because then I just feel like
Do you feel like you're feeding on
I'm
it? Yeah.
milking the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, which is not good either. Like, there's like a boundary to it.
Use what you got to
Yeah.
get what you want.
Yeah. I really don't know what you just said.
Use what you got to get what you want.
That sounded like a Bible verse.
It's my Bible.
Lol. Yeah. But I've never voted either. But I had specific reasons, not because I'm
I
fucking...
love how you bullied me. You were like,
But your
you don't care about, that's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed.
Here's the thing. You didn't vote because you're fucking lazy. I didn't vote for specific reasons. The most recent BC
'cause you
election...
have important views. You have really, because your views are
Let
more
me
important
fucking
than mine.
speak,
'Cause
bitch.
you're a man.
The most recent BC provincial elections, I didn't vote because I was in Toronto. And apparently I didn't get a voter card.
Can you not vote if you're in another province? Is there not like out of, because like even for Americans or Canadians that are out of the country, they can still vote if they go to like an embassy or something.
Okay, maybe that part just comes down to me being educated.
Mm.
But to my knowledge now, I didn't know that. So that's why.
Well, there might not be one for provincial.
Right.
Outside of
No, but also I
Canada.
didn't get a voter card. And I swear I signed up. I don't know. And I didn't vote in the most recent federal election a few years back because I was in Toronto and I wasn't sure on how to vote here. And I also didn't have a voting card.
That was the most recent one where I was like, I'm not waiting in that line, I think.
I really would have voted, but like...
in the city, and I don't know, the lines are really long. They're really long, and I'm not...
You just don't have the time for that.
If it's like half a day I'm waiting in line to vote for someone who might not even win, why am I doing that?
Girl, it doesn't have to be about them winning.
No, I only vote for people who are gonna win.
There could be 99 people in the room, and your one vote could make them win. Like,
but that's how I feel. It's like gambling. It's like I'm not gonna do it unless I'm actually getting money back, because then it's not worth it for me.
This is what is wrong with the youth of the people. Like,
politics is essentially gambling. Let's talk about that. Who's gonna win? Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna like... Okay, next topic.
Yeah, but it can... So, like, 18... Once you turn 18, you could vote. You
can register to vote. Like, you can sign up as a future voter when you're, like, 16, 17. So once you turn 18...
And then 18,
you're registered.
So 18-year-olds having the power to, like, vote.
Yeah.
Crazy. I feel like at 18, I should not have been given that right.
Well, knowing how you were...
I should not have been given, like...
You should have been in jail.
Like, I should not have been able to drink at 19. I think that's another thing. Because America has it 21.
19 here. But hey, we're, like, Ontario, BC, we're already, like, later in the years of drinking age availability. You know what I mean?
Wait,
like, age of majority, I mean.
What are you saying? So
like,
what is your age of...
BC's age of majority is 19, so is Ontario. But, like, places like Alberta is, like, 18.
Quebec.
Or Quebec, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. We already... I don't know.
Yeah.
They've been drinking way
Anyways, I don't know how to, like... Yeah, I just said Trump is president. That was my take on that. Like, yes, it would have been nice to have a female president, just to...
Oh, that would have slayed.
I don't really know what happened, though. So Biden, like, isn't running anymore. Like, it's just Camilla Cabello.
Yeah, Camilla Cabello. Yeah. No, yeah, because after the first
after they found out he literally, like, can't think anymore.
Yeah. When they found out that he was senile, no. But, like, yeah, he dropped out of the race. I don't think he would have won a second time.
Biting those kids' toes.
When you showed me that, I was like...
No, but it made, like news and headlines.
That's what making headlines.
He's simply an old man who likes to do old man things.
Yeah. Would you think that's an old person thing, though? Did your grandma do that to you?
I really don't know. I saw it and it kind of freaked me out, but then everyone in the comments was like, relax, like, he's an old man.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
My grandparents never did that to me.
Maybe it's just Asian grandparents don't touch.
Yeah, maybe they just don't like the...
Well, they also, like, don't love their children. What?
That's also true.
Anyways, what else should we talk about? You don't have anything else.
Well, I have other things. Do you
want to continue? Do you have, like, something to go off of that, or no?
Well, on the topic of American stuff, I mean, American Thanksgiving is coming up soon. Not that it's, like, a thing for us, but, like...
There's not even a difference. It's the same.
It's essentially the same thing, yeah. It's just theirs is later, but...
I like October Thanksgiving.
Right? Yeah. I think it's more suited.
Time.
I feel like for us, like, Remembrance Day is very much November. Like, it's not. I mean, they also have their own thing. What is it? Like, it's not Victory Day, no.
Independence, no.
No, that's July 4th.
We don't know. We don't.
Yeah,
we're
but
not worried about that.
I was gonna ask during Canadian Thanksgiving, but I didn't get a chance to. But, like, what are you thankful for?
Myself.
Real? Okay. That's it?
That's it.
God, you would make a terrible, beauty pageant person.
I'm thankful for everything. Do you want the pageant answer, or do you want the real answer?
Let's take the pageant answer. We're online now.
I'm just so thankful for my family and the food that I get to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful for my friends.
Your friends.
And the people I met along the way.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mia.
And a roof over my head.
Thank you so much. You're done.
Money.
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, mine's like basically the same. Of course, I'm thankful for my family and my friends. Thank you to our producing assistant in the corner. You may not look the best,
She's not doing very much.
She just said, "Watch your back." If only we could get a mic for her, that would be so funny.
We'll be getting a mic for her.
If
we allow her to speak.
That's true. Please like and subscribe. We need the funds, to fund this, please. But yeah,
Give us money.
I'm
Free
thankful
money.
for K-pop. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm thankful for Mark Lee and your existence in this world. I love you. Also thankful for Taylor. Speaking of Taylor, her concert is coming
no.
up in a few weeks. And also, here's one thing. A big fuck you to Rogers for advertising that shit when we don't have concert tickets. Fuck you. And this is no hate on Taylor. I love you. I would go to your concert. Also the production assistant too. We would go to your concert if we had, first off, the tickets and the financial means. But Rogers rubbing it in our faces, the fact that Taylor's coming and we don't have tickets, you're done.
I'm gonna have to say this next thing with a lot of consideration.
Please do, because I will beat you up.
Being the minority in the room, I don't get it.
And that's fine. No, that's fine.
And the thing is I love Taylor. Yes, of course. The history, reputation. Yes. But why does it cost $1,000 to see her on a goddamn stage?
That's just resale, though. I don't know about pre-sale and the actual public sale, but I think tickets were a lot better. It's just these resellers that are trying to milk us of our money. That's it. But of course Pitt would be a good rollover $750, I think. But Toronto is really doing the most for Taylor. Did you see
And that's why I'm trying to understand am I a hater, or is it a reasonable am I understanding it
I don't think you're a hater. You're just not into it as much as a Swiftie would.
Yeah, I think I'm just not Swiftie enough.
Yeah, you're just a normal consumer.
Yeah, I think I'm just the average consumer.
Yeah, you listen to her on the radio and that's about it.
But I was into her as much as any other artist of our generation. Because I sang a song from her for my talent show. I was into her.
Do you have the video?
No.
I would pay to see that video. I'm gonna ask your mom.
They didn't have camera, people.
Oh really?
It wasn't a thing.
Oh, it was back then.
It was me 6 years old. So
oh damn. Oh, I would have loved to see that video of you singing Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a love story too, I think.
Oh nice.
But yeah, I love her. I'm not. But I think also I have a lot of hot takes with going to pay for live music. I'm not the type of person.
That was one of my questions, but I'll say that later. I just want to speak on Toronto's really doing the most for Taylor. Taylor Swift way.
Yeah, but I think it's probably every major city that she's visiting.
Is it?
Because remember back when she first announced Reputation, everyone was oh, economically she's adding 2 cities.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Because all the people that are coming to travel to see her, hotel costs, food. That's why they're trying to decrease the
and boost tourism.
Yeah, and trying to make it less traffic in the downtown core.
Yeah,
because there will be so many people coming.
Yeah, I've just never heard of that. I think back when
that's why I'm why is it so big?
Right? Because I'm pretty sure back when she came, I think for what was it? Her last tour when she came to Vancouver, it wasn't No, it wasn't Lover or Reputation. It was what was her album? 1989.
Red?
It wasn't Red. Asking. No, it wasn't Red.
I don't know why the audience is speaking right now.
Yeah, it's a really good thing that the camera's not pointing to her right now. Yeah. No, but I think they didn't do anything. I don't think she was as big as. You know what? I don't know.
Are we done?
Are we done?
Are we done? Can we
Bye.
No, do you have anything else to say about Taylor? Or the
no, but I mean,
Reputation tour.
Just I was gonna ask concerts in general because, speaking of concerts, okay, you know what? I'm babbling on too much. You want to say something?
Oh, I was gonna talk about my only critique of Taylor and pop girls right now
Okay, you say
is
it.
like the
Yeah.
anti-man of it
Mhm.
all. I feel like they're very like anti-men and like all the red flags in men, like it's like all their exes and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It's like perpetuating this like anti-men culture.
Oh, okay.
And like I get it that it's like feminist ideologies and like women now are being empowered and this is their music and that kind of stuff. But when I went to chapel, there was not a single man there that wanted to be there.
Mhm.
Like they feel probably like personally affected by it. And I feel the same way with Taylor a little bit where like men wouldn't necessarily listen to her.
Yeah.
And
Like,
because of what she's projecting.
do you think men in general or like
And I
specific
know
demographics
that's what I'm
of
gonna
men?
say. Like I know that it's specific men that have done her dirty, and she like wants to air that out, which like she has every right to, and every like pop girl has every right to.
Mhm.
But part of me, and I've been feeling this way a little bit, is like it's getting like really like Chapel specifically. It's like very like the thing she says about men is like, oh, they could never do this as good as a woman, or like they could never be this.
Okay.
Which I'm like, yes,
But
but
no,
not
yeah.
like every man. And I feel like it's getting to a point where women are like, yes, all men suck.
Yeah.
Which, like, okay.
So, like, you're saying like they're perpetuating like
Like, I just
men's
feel like
stereotypes,
I
or-
feel like they're just like bullying men to bully men.
Hmm.
Which, like, yes, they've done them dirty, so I can't really
Yeah.
say that.
Like,
Like,
it's like
I
a what
think
goes
it's-
around comes around.
Yeah, in like retribution to what they've experienced.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. Like,
I
what they
think-
say is like very like generalizing the demographic
Yeah,
that
and
they're
then I'm
talking
like,
about.
how do we differentiate like good men from like the red flag men and like all the men that like do us dirty?
Right.
Because I feel like in some ways it's just part of like relationships is like you don't necessarily agree with someone
Yeah.
and who they are, but they could go and find someone who matches their freak, matches their ugly and annoying.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking, I don't know, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I would feel like there's no way of differentiating them. Men are terrible. No, just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I'm like,
That's what they do, yeah.
because I feel like the way we should be looking at it is that all men, like, not, like, most men are good, is how we should be looking at it. But I feel like in the eye of pop.
Yeah. Are you saying, like, innocence before proven guilty, basically?
Well, I just think as it appears right now, from what they project, it's like all men are bad, is what they're projecting.
Yeah.
And I feel like what we should be saying is, well, most men are good. It's just that there are certain men who
make a bad rep for us.
Yeah. And it's the same with women. It's like, yes, there are certain women who are like not necessarily good. And like men can make songs about, actually I don't know, are men making songs about their exes and like hating women? Like bullying women?
No,
Like, I feel like
because
there's
that
not-
would be controversial.
Exactly, it's
Because
like-
there's a double standard to it too.
See, and that's what I'm thinking, okay, like all for women, like love that, love her. But then like there's not men who are making songs.
Oh yeah,
about-
because it wouldn't
I mean,
be
there
taken well.
is the objectification of women in the
Oh,
history of male artists.
Yes, for sure, yeah. And still.
So I guess
yeah.
this generation is like turning on that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in a next generation, it'll be turning on like the hate of man.
Mm.
And it'll be like, well, everyone deserves to be loved.
You know what? Just everyone love each other. Let's just do
Yeah.
that. No hate. Even though some people should be hated, but
Well, I feel like, yes, like we do deserve to hate certain people, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's becoming a generalization. Of
no, yeah.
us needing to hate men for whatever
Yeah,
reasons.
there needs to be distinctions. Like, could you imagine if we're like, we live in like that one Black Mirror episode where it's like everyone has those devices and it's like you get to see how much their rating is?
Hmm.
Could you imagine if it's like that? That's scary to me.
Well, the reason why I thought about this was because I was like, it's so interesting that like women in relationships or women that are dating men are so in love with like Chaperone and Taylor Swift and all those people. Because I'm like, how can you listen to music that's so like anti-men and like anti like exes and all that kind of stuff, but still be dating a man? Like, maybe learn from past mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's on that.
That's on that.
Yeah. What else do you have to say? I mean, like,
oh, this is from last week, but the real reason, I believe this strongly, is that the real reason we have Halloween is so that we can smell the inside of other people's houses.
Okay.
I believe that very strongly.
Pray tell. Like,
no,
what?
because I just like you know when you were young and you trick-or-treated and you could smell the aura of other people's houses.
Are these people coming into your damn house?
No, because
like,
as soon as you open the door, you get a waft.
Nah. Well.
And you can tell who the smokers are. That's another.
Okay, you know what?
Tea.
I can't speak on that because I've never been trick-or-treating. So, like, unless the trick-or-treaters that I've served smelled my home, my old-ass house.
They probably did, and they were like...
like,
ew!
Yuck!
Like, ooh, Chinese stinky!
Oh
which fair? What was it smelling like at your house? Kimchi? It's giving Kimchi Korea house.
Oh my god. Love that restaurant, by the way. Big shout out to them.
We're shouting out Kimchi Korea house on this pod.
Yeah, I love you guys. Me and production assistant
I
love you. You've only been there once. We've been there several
I hate
times.
when you do this to me.
We've been to so many places with
we've been there way more than you because we don't invite you.
Because here's the thing. Madam over here lives all the way out in the country, and we live in the city, and you barely come down.
Yeah, I'm actually avoiding you guys.
You're like it.
I just love to complain. I think
You
that's what
do.
It is. I love to make people feel. Yeah. I love to make people feel bad for me.
Yeah. No, because here's the thing that I'll speak about. Like
I love how she has her hand up. Like, girl, you're not gonna speak. Like, you silence or silenced. Yeah.
We're silencing you. Yeah. Like I like the area that you live in.
Just text us.
Literally. I hate how you're a commuter though, because like we want to invite you to things, but the way that you have to commute, and it's like well over an hour, like it's just such a struggle for you to come.
No, it's fine.
But there's also the thing where you don't have the effort to come either.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's the other thing is.
So like there's.
I say that I do, but I don't.
Yeah, so like there's also that thing of like, do we even invite you because we know you'll say no, and also we know that your travel time is like exponential.
Yeah, it's fine.
I swear, girl. Mia also has time. Yeah, you go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't FaceTime.
Oh, sorry, I'm busy. Yeah. Sorry, I have a life.
We can't FaceTime her before 9. Oh, no, sorry, after 9 o'clock, or else she will piss herself. Or piss on us.
Yeah.
She will throw the piss on us.
Yeah.
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 Oh. But yeah. I have one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, just circling back. No, I hate saying
Let's piggyback onto that last
That's
point.
so discussion. Ugh. But circling back on concerts, I was just gonna say that one of my favorite K-pop groups, NCT 127, is going on tour. And they're coming to Toronto, their first Canadian date in, like, years. And I'm really excited for it. And my friend and I are going to go. And I told him that I'm going to have to rely on him for tickets because I never have good like luck with buying tickets. So I was and he asked me like,
know that he will?
No, don't worry about it.
He's got it. He's got the bag.
He got the bag.
He secured the bag.
He will.
Okay.
But I was gonna ask because he asked me like how much I'm willing to spend on it. And
you said $5. And you said I'm poor. Hi.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what do you think is like an acceptable like? What did I say?
$200 max.
Really?
Yeah. And I could have, like, easily bought an Oasis tickets, but for some reason, and this is another take I have, I'll let you finish your point.
No,
I'll let you finish, but, yeah,
no,
I think 200 max, but it depends on the artist.
Okay, because, like, there's also that thing where it's, like, depending on how big the artist is or has become.
It's so personal to you, though.
Yeah. Like,
I will never let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish, but, yeah, it also depends on
You're the Trixie to my Katya.
Yeah.
You always interrupt me.
Yeah. No, but it's in every podcast. There's always that one person.
But it's...
Sorry, I have ADHD. Okay, just keep talking.
No, but it's good because you have more things to say than me most of the time. And we need that.
Right.
Yeah, because...
Okay, finish what you want to say.
No, that's all I had to say. No, but I want to say, because I don't know how much I'm going to have to spend, because I don't know how big NCT has become. Especially, like, since they're so scarce. Like, they never come to Canada. They come to US, and that's about it.
Concerts are expensive for that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, ugh, I definitely want to tell him, like, I haven't replied to him yet. I definitely want to say, like, no GA, no floor tickets, because I know that's already going to be too expensive, and I don't want to stand around with sweaty
Aren't
people.
floor tickets? Oh, GA is cheapest, no?
No, it's usually, like, because GA is the closest as well.
Oh.
Usually, like...
But seats usually cost more, because you have to, like...
Well, floor seats are usually okay, I think.
I don't...
But, like, lower bowl and upper bowl, depending on how your stadium or, like, your venue works, that's usually less, because you have the nosebleeds and stuff like that. I definitely don't...
Oh, yeah, it depends on the... Yeah, you're right.
I definitely don't want to do nosebleed, because, like, if they're coming, I'm willing to spend the extra $1 to, like... Like, see them. Like, I want to see them. And plus, I have a light stick. Right behind the camera, that light stick will finally come to use. Like, thank God. But I'm thinking, like, lower bowl, like, maybe mid to, like, front section. I think I want to spend a maximum of $750.
Do you know, like, how famous they are? Are they, like, pretty popular?
They are popular amongst the K-pop community, and...
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, normal people who aren't into that world wouldn't buy tickets. Maybe. But, like, I just know that it's gonna be so hard to get tickets because of the K-pop fandom. Yeah.
Is crazy.
And the fact that they don't come to Canada that often, people are gonna be grabbing. I mean, they are going to Newark. Is that how you pronounce it?
Newark? I have no idea. Newark.
They always go there for some reason, I think. But whatever. I think I'm gonna spend that much. I think $500 if you can keep it up. $500.
Oh, that's insane. $500.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm willing to spend the money for them. But anyone else, like, if someone were to drag me off to a concert that I don't want to. I feel like you should
go to NCT though.
Yeah.
Because you have the
light stick and the way I talk about it to you guys so much, and you guys don't give a flying fuck. Yeah. You
should go.
I really want to. But yeah, that's on that.
On that same note, I had every opportunity to buy Oasis tickets.
Yeah, why didn't you? You were telling me
And the thing is, and I think this way also about older artists kind of coming back and doing, like, revival tours or, like, whatever they do. It's just not the same as it was when they were coming out in the 90s. And that's my problem, is, like, I don't know if I could listen to them the same now because they're all, like, old as shit.
Okay.
And, like, yes, they're iconic and they've done so much and I love their music. But for Oasis specifically, I feel like they have, like, several songs that are, like, famous, and then the rest is just, okay, we're standing there.
Okay.
Which, like, yeah, for most artists, that's the case. And, like, I do love Oasis, and I love them, and I should have been there. But I don't want to spend that much. And it wasn't even that much either.
Yeah, how much were tickets going for?
It was so reasonable. It was, like, $100 to $200. But now they're going for $400, because they obviously upsell them.
Okay, yeah.
And I, like, totally would have, but part of me was like, I don't want to go.
You should have. Would you have gone alone? Did you have?
And that's the thing. There's certain artists where I'm like, I don't need to see you live. Like, I don't need to be there for that, but I can just watch you through my phone.
Conan Gray absolutely needs to be seen live. He's such a performer.
Yeah, I think there's certain artists where I'm like, oh, I'd like to see you live just because I don't know I couldn't imagine what you would be like live. Because Oasis has so many videos online of them being live.
Band, like instrumental band?
Yes.
Okay. So they're just standing there.
But they've been performing forever, and their past performances have been so iconic that... And I think it's the same with Lana, too. Like, their past performances have just been so iconic, and, like, I don't think I need to go, because I feel like it'll ruin... Anytime I go to see the people live, it just kind of, like, ruins the mystique for me of, like, who they are as artists. I don't know. I don't know how to explain, but also Johnny Marvin Smith's also performed in Toronto recently, which is crazy. And
I don't know who that
didn't
is.
know that he was there.
Uh-huh.
The Smiths.
Miss Smith?
You don't listen to the Smiths?
No. The Smiths?
What's that?
What?
The Smiths quote. From?
Smithskies?
Oh my God, the Smiths! I'm actually gonna punch you in the face. Aria, you know the quote.
Am I allowed to speak now? Oh, I love the Smiths. Wait, I said I love the Smiths, and then they start making out.
Yeah.
That one.
No, they don't make out, but.
Are you gonna
Lol. That's our production
Yeah.
assistant, Aria.
So
The person we've been referring to this entire time.
you actually got 2 cents for that, so good job.
Actually, no, we don't have 2 cents to give her.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, he was the guitarist for that band, and he performed in Toronto recently, which I should have been there. But then in my head, I'm like, oh, but they're getting old, and I don't know if like it's like in my head they're not the same as like when they were coming out in the 80s.
I like
90s.
how that's like your ick. Like, ew,
There's
they're getting
just-
old.
No, but there's like a different like aura to the live music now than when it was done in the past.
No, yeah.
And I remember talking to my grandma, like she went to go see Tom Jones and Dolly Parton in Las Vegas, which was so crazy, and she was telling me like back then you could just pay like a little bit more and you could go all the way up to the front.
Oh wow.
And they would like read the room, read the crowd, and be actual like performers. And I don't know, like, and I know artists are doing that, and they're really like there's a certain amount of growth
Like
in the
fan
industry,
signs,
and like
yeah.
they are like doing performances to that level, but something about the energy, I feel like it's not the same with bands like that. I don't know. Anyway, that was like too much of a take on something that's not even important. Do you have anything else to speak on?
Let me look. No, I was just gonna say like I really hate Snapchat AI.
Is this hot takes?
I guess it is. Is it a hot take though? I feel like most people, like we were talking about it, like
Snapchat AI in general is like annoying. Like I don't need you. I can think. I'm a fucking human. I can think more than you, bitch.
I like standalone AIs like ChatGPT. Like those things are like helpful for certain things, making lists, helping with not shouldn't be used for academics. You can use it to help make notes, but don't use it to do your homework.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like AI that is like integrated into media and apps that doesn't need to be. Like I don't need Meta AI on my Instagram, and I don't need to accidentally press on it and them asking me like, "Oh, what are you into today?" I'm not into you. That's what I can answer.
That like AI is already programming your algorithms.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm like. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just when it's like unnecessary.
It's like when it's thrown into your face.
Yeah.
Again, with Snapchat AI, it's at the top of your like Snap list. And for what?
I don't know you, sir. What's his name? They have a name.
Does he have a name?
My mom named hers.
Does it have a name?
My mom named hers, and I'm like, why are you messaging this guy? Who is he? And it ends up being her AI, and she's like, yeah, like I named him.
No, because I also think it's like dangerous to like push this, because like obviously like Snapchat is like, when you're getting into Snapchat, it's like you're obviously like a little kid, and like I don't know if
but we had that. You know, do you remember Talking Tom?
Oh, ew.
Like, we had that shit. We had that shit, and y'all don't understand.
But Talking Tom was
we knew
so
AI
like...
before you knew AI. Like, Talking Tom and the other girl, his girlfriend.
Right,
like,
yeah,
we would ask them, are you fucking? Like, we would say the most inappropriate shit and then be, like, scared, because, like, I think they later found out that, like, Talking Tom is, like, he watches you.
Yes.
There's like this controversy going around, and I don't even think that's true. Like they didn't have that technology.
I think it was so true.
No,
but here's the thing.
That thing.
When Talking Tom was a thing, the technology wasn't as advanced, right? So when
you would ask him the same thing, and he'd say the same thing.
There was like heavy limitations on what they could reply. But like I don't know if you guys have heard the story, but like there was recently this like teen who has recently who has unalived themselves because they were like talking to their online AI girlfriend. Yeah. And basically he was telling this online AI person, he was like expressing his like will to like unalive himself. And
I can't speak on this because I am nothing.
And basically the AI was like, yes, do it for me, my love. Come home. And he did so. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like, when
but
it's
that's
like,
a different level of AI.
Yeah.
Like, that's a different
but
place.
that's the AI that's being like pushed onto like social media apps
Oh my
now,
god,
basically.
there's gonna be like, I already know there's gonna be research papers out just like, ooh, the like dark side of AI. And it's like, well, maybe don't fall in love with like a random, like it's the same
That's
thing with
true.
real people. Like, don't,
Yeah.
and this happens even with real people is they'll,
Online relationships.
yeah,
like-
but they do like, what is it, like they threaten, they make, I forget what it is, but there's some type of thing going around where they will like, they'll say, it'll be like young kids and they'll say like, oh, I have this on you, like I have,
Oh, that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of the same vibe. It's like just
like hackers.
it's like, well,
blackmail.
maybe just don't trust things you see online and don't build relationships online that you
Yeah.
know aren't real.
I guess. But also to speak on that, like if
We've always had that though.
but it also goes in with like mental wellness as well. Cause like if you're experiencing something on like a mental level and you get into these things, that might be like maybe a coping mechanism.
Well,
or
yeah, there's
something.
always like the complexities of it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like when you're using technology, like you should be aware of these things. Even if
guess
you
so.
are mentally unwell and like all that kind of stuff. Like even when we were young, we learned these things. Like how to properly use technology and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I feel at
and
the
like
end of the day-
bullying too is another thing.
I remember when online bullying was such a big thing for us. In the guidance counselor office at my high school, there were these posters where it's like, rethink before you send nudes. And it was like this like woman who's like perceived to not wear anything. And then there's like this huge text box over her body like, are you sure you want to send this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what I
I
can say
don't
on
know,
that.
yeah. But with technology in general, it's going to keep going.
True.
And they're grabbing your phone for and on the same lines of technology, but like grabbing your phone unconsciously and then going to the same 3 apps without even thinking. Do you do that?
Always. Always.
I think that's a new like you know how they talk about generational like adaptation and things like that? Like taking phone, clicking 3 apps and scrolling mindlessly has to be a new thing that goes through our psyche as humans that we've just developed. It's like intrinsic need for phone and for dopamine reaction.
Or is it just a normal like habit?
But that's what I'm saying is like our habits before used to be, okay, take farm pick and go farming. And now it's like and like make food for family and like provide like nourish baby. And now it's like our nourishment is like dopamine from phone.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
And your feelings
And
are
that's
valid.
how I feel.
They're valid. Don't worry. I'm not contesting it.
Yeah, and then because like you know back in the day like with farmers it's like every hour of the day was meant to be lived, and now it's like
now we're all just brain rotting.
Now it's like
rotting.
there's a solid 4 hours of the day for people who work full time, probably more, where it's like, oh no, like there's a certain amount of time built for phone time. And even my parents are getting into that.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll see them on Facebook or like Instagram, looking through Instagram Reels, and I'll be like, what is happening? Y'all used to go out where like phones didn't exist and you used to live in the moment.
And now that's
what's going on?
Anymore.
What is going on with the world we live in?
Yeah.
We should be farming. We should be getting ready for harvest because it's time change, and we should be selling our crop.
Okay, you can do that. I'm gonna live it up in the 21st century with my phone. Do you believe in that thing where it's like the newer generations have this little bump in our pinkies?
No, I don't believe that.
I swear it's always been here. Do you have it?
We've always had that.
Yeah, we've always had it, right? Comment down below. Have you had this since birth? You remember.
I think we're gonna need like a couple more generations.
To see
maybe
like
5 or 6 more generations of that. Yeah, to actually see it come into existence.
I don't know.
Can you finish a thought?
Because I can't figure out if I understand or don't understand adaptation. Like how we have eventually adapted to how we are now as a human being. I know it took thousands of millions of years
What
to
does
us.
Buddha tell you?
I don't even know. I don't know if we have silent Scientology like that or whatever. Like, no.
Sis, stop talking.
No.
Scientology is not
A different
what
thing,
you're
yeah.
trying to say.
I know, don't worry, I know. But
You're into Scientology, and this is how you're saying it. You're like, actually, like,
that's how I'm
I'm
coming
into
out.
Scientology.
Yeah, I'm coming out as Scientology. Cut that out. No, but yeah, but like I don't know how it works with like religion.
Okay.
I know there are Christian scientists, and that's like a whole.
We used to have a
other thing.
Christian science teacher, and it was so funny listening to him because he would have to tell us the science of the world, right?
Yeah.
How like we came to be.
But obviously God
But
made
then
it.
he was like, yeah. But then he would be like, he'd sneak in a little bit of religion where he'd be like, but how do you think that happened?
Oh my.
But then
God.
what do you think was before that? And the Big Bang and all that. Like, what do you think happened before?
God created the Big Bang.
Who do you think made that? Which is crazy.
Hey guys, so there were some technical difficulties with the last little bit of the episode, so unfortunately you won't be able to hear our Recs for the week. But anyways, thanks for watching this episode. Please make sure to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and also to follow our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, whatever you use for your podcasts. And yeah, let us know if there's any specific topics that you would like us to cover, or if you have any feedback to make the pod better. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Why are you wearing a hat?